Hi everyone, it's Friday morning, so it's time to answer some questions that I've seen across our social media channels. And if you fancy asking me a question, please comment it down below and I will do my best to get to them over the next few weeks. So 3 questions again today. Where do we store and put all the rubbish from clean out of the guinea pigs? That's one that comes up a lot. 2, why don't the guinea pigs eat on camera when it comes to the What Your Piggies Can Eat series? And 3, how much does it cost to look after the guinea pigs, their food, their vet care, their bedding, etc. So let's get into it. I need to go outside for the first question. And yes, we still haven't finished decorating. Don't judge, don't judge. Right, okay, so where do we put all the rubbish? Now, we obviously do a heck of a lot of cleaning out and it results in a heck of a lot of rubbish. So what we have is our very own biffa bin. Now, we pay to have this bin emptied out twice a week because the floor, when we clean the floor of the shed, that takes approximately 8 full... Shut up, it's me, you moron. It takes up 8 full-sized bin bags and each platform takes 2 each. So you're looking at about 12-ish bin bags of rubbish in a week, and then you have the chickens on top of that, the chickens and the ducks on top of that. So we pay for 2 lifts a week, and that costs us just under £500 a month, which is obviously included in the third question that I got asked, which is how much do the guinea pigs cost. So you have to take that into consideration. We could take it down to the local tip, which we used to do before, but it was just so time consuming and we were there so often that it was just easier and far more convenient to pay to have that large bin. So why don't the guinea pigs eat on camera when it comes to the What Your Piggies Can Eat series? Honestly, they drive me mad, but it's part of the charm. Okay, so I know people are saying to me, you know, try doing it in the shed, try doing it this way, and you absolutely could and they probably would eat it. But it's become a thing now where if the guinea pigs don't eat it, it's become funny, it's become charming, so that's why I've continued to do it that way. So I know if I put it out in the shed, they would eat it and, you know, it would probably, you know, be a bit more successful, but it's part of the charm, so that's why I do it that way. And of course, you're taking them out of the shed and, you know, they're out of their comfort zone a little bit, and they just like to show me up a lot. Okay, the third question. I get this one a lot and I tend to ignore this one because it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to come across like I'm showing off or I'm complaining. Yeah, that's really important to me. So please don't, you know, when I talk about this, I'm not showing off and I'm not complaining. Okay, how much does it cost to look after the guinea pigs? When you have a setup like ours that is built the way it is and is running the way it is, and they have the best of everything, so they have the best hay, they have the best food, they have the best veggies, they have the best vet care, and obviously there's a lot of them, that accumulates in costs. So, in terms of how much they cost each month to look after, we discussed earlier you had the biffa bin cost, that's £500 a month in waste removal for the animals. They cost approximately, and this is approximately, £140 per week in vegetables. You then have the bedding, like, you know, the shavings, and then if you include the soft bedding in that, so the electricity for the soft bedding, for the washing powder, you are looking at probably about £1,500 per month in electricity, bedding, washing powder, disinfectant, about that. What else do you have? Vet care. Right, so you know you have to file your taxes and that, and usually the deadline is the end of January. Well, me and Mark are bloody terrible, we're so forgetful, right? But we've just filed the taxes for the last month, and on vet care last year alone, we spent almost £20,000 on vet care. 20 grand. In all fairness, that did include the big rescue of 53 boys. But if you want to go on like a monthly basis, if you average it out, if you don't do things like that, you're looking at the herd's monthly visit usually costs me, with medication and checkups, if there's no surgery involved, usually is between £500 a month. And then obviously you get the emergency stuff. So last month in January, if you go, okay, so go from Bernadette's rescue up to the end of January, we spent just under £2,000 at the vet. So on an average month, what you're looking at, 15 to 3.5, 4 a month ish, if everything runs smoothly. So people like to make out that we are wiping our ass on £50 notes. Okay, that is absolutely not the case. I like to think that we work very, very hard and show people that we are very dedicated to the animals, which is why people sign up to us on social media. And we owe those people everything because they've allowed us to get the best. Oh God, hay, I didn't even include that, did I? Hay, we use Small Pet Select hay, and I've got 4 boxes of it sat in the hallway, and that is 91.80. My maths is awful. About 300 quid in hay, something like that, and that'll last us about 3 weeks. So you've got hay on top of that as well. But yeah, I like to think that we work very, very hard, and it is important to be realistic. Now, we have the extreme of everything. You know, we are very much aware that we are a very eccentric couple when it comes to looking after the guinea pigs. You know, you only have to look at the way Mark builds things. You know, we've got the aircon running all the time, and you know, they have it, they want for nothing, but we can provide that because of the work and the effort that we've put into our social media. So really, we thank you that we can do all these things. Now, don't get me wrong, when we have big projects going on, like the hospital shed, or when we were building the herd shed, then sometimes we can struggle, especially if the vet care goes, you know, it can be hard, but we owe you everything. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. I don't like to talk about that topic. It makes me uncomfortable, but you asked, so I'll give you an answer. Yeah, if you've got any other questions for me, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to put together another video for you next week. See you later, guys.